Welcome back to Dark Knights. The goal is to finish up the Corrado route. Let's get into it. We should be able to skip through some things. You don't have that bored look on your face anymore. It makes me wonder what you're up to. I've been checking the news more though. I haven't been able to get a step closer to figuring out the culprits. If you have time, call me so we can brainstorm together. Thank you, I will. I smile at him, bumping his shoulder. Corrado, my clothes are ragged after yesterday. Do you expect me to walk around like that? Then put something else on. I came here empty-handed. Alright. Maybe Corrado is worried another ghost might come after me. I tell him to go to sleep, as it's been a while since the murder occurred. However, he refuses to abandon his duty, as if he's afraid something might happen soon. The missing boy looks just like Corrado did when he was little, but the story is way too old to be about him. Next article I find is about the Corrado that I know. Hey, it's Roya. I need to be worried around him. Ah, Miss Miyoko. Hi Roya. Are you headed to the canteen? Roya, you're sus. It is my first time entering the mansion. Unlike the outside, this place looks well organized and clean. I wonder if someone actually lives here. Quietly roam around looking for Corrado. No one appears to be on the first floor, so I quietly move upstairs. I open a few doors, but most of the rooms are empty. I realize I walked in a circle and I end up at the stairs again. Suddenly I feel a tap on my shoulder and quickly turn around. How sweet of you to pay me a visit. You should have called first, I would have welcomed you at the door. I wasn't expecting you. You mean you weren't expecting me in my own home? Who are you? Then pray tell, who are you expecting? My little brother, perhaps? I didn't know you had a little brother. He's a little shy, but I can call him if you wish. It's not necessary. I thought that Corrado... Where his eyes shift and he tilts his head. Something distracts his attention. Oh, Corrado's here. Perfect. Do you want me to pass a message to him? Nah, I'll take care of it myself. Before I can process what he said, Rory moves behind me. My scream is cut off when he presses a hand over my mouth with enough force to make me stumble. Time to grab the gun. Oh no you don't, Roya. Talk with her mom. Good stuff. Alright. Place, maybe. Come up with an excuse. I've been here once before and it's just like I remember. Our footsteps echo through the space as we wander around. Go up, of course. I hope it's Blaise. Grab a sleeve. Chapter 4. Forever. Alright. That should be everything to get the good ending. Maybe. Inspect the desk. I hear voices behind me. Whoa. Hey, Yudai, are you coming to play soccer after school? Sorry, I have to help my dad. Don't waste your time on him. Come on, let's go. Yudai, next time I promise. My dad just needs me for today. Ugh, whatever. Hey, girl, hey. Show us some of your dad's tricks. We could definitely use them in biology class. And bring your tools to school sometime. I can't do that. I'm not even sure if Dad will allow me. Crowder, to me it looks like they're picking on Yudai. He doesn't even realize that. That oblivious boy. During biology class the following day, the teacher brought in some anatomy sculptures. Some of my classmates were disappointed because they expected to dissect something. I noticed Yudai had an extra bag with him. It was slightly unzipped to reveal something shiny inside. He really did bring his tools to school. Once the teacher was gone, many students gathered around him. Wait, Yudai's that little boy? So this is a cleaver. Wow, it's huge. How sharp is it? Show me, show me. I need something to cut with it. Immediately someone went away to get something. Here's some paper. Yudai looked doubtful, but took it out and tested out the cleaver. The blade cut through the piece like butter, but I could barely believe it. My classmates brought more items for Yudai to chop. Everything had a clean slice. Just looking at them going on brought me shivers. Something definitely can go wrong here. Can I hold it? It's better if you don't. Just for a second. Well, what are you students doing? I just showed them some stuff from my father's workplace. I see, may I have a look? No. Yudai shoved the bag aside. The teacher did not question him further. The class continued as usual. I caught my classmates exchanging notes while the teacher wasn't watching. I asked Tenchi about it, but he knew nothing of it. They're probably playing a game together. Obviously, I'm not invited. Rested my arms on the table and gazed at the chalkboard until class ended. The next day, Yudai arrived late at school. He looked unusually tired. Yo, have you been playing games all night? No. I forgot to take Dad's tools home with me, but he found out I need to bring them back before he gets mad at me again. You shouldn't have brought them in the first place. Huh? I put the bag next to my desk. Where is it? Yudai began to walk around the classroom. His expression turned pale when the bag was nowhere to be found. More things are getting stolen, huh? Suddenly Roy tapped my shoulder, a bright grin on his face. Hey Corrado, come here for a moment. I followed Roy to the lockers. He had something around his back and looked around suspiciously. He checked to make sure our surroundings were clear before pulling out a bag and showing it to me. You stole Yudai's things? Don't call it stealing, I just borrowed them for a bit. I'm gonna tell Yudai. If you want this, you should come back to school tonight at 9 p.m. Why are you telling me that? It's more fun this way? I repeat, meet me at school tonight to get this. If you want, go ahead and tell Yudai. As Roya walked away, I rushed to the classroom to find Yudai. Lucky he was still there. I wanted to inform the teacher too, but it seemed he'd already gone home. Roya has it? That's great, where is he now? He was in the hallways, but I'm not sure if he went home already. I'll come with you tonight. That night, Yudai and met up before school. Roya wasn't outside, but the gate was unlocked, so we decided to go to the classroom. He might be waiting in the dark to scare us or something. My dad was so upset I lost his tools. I promised him to get them back tonight. I don't know what he'll do to me if I fail. Is your dad that scary? He's usually friendly at the shop. That's just his public face. Normally he's moody, especially towards me and Mom. Oh. He makes me help out with so many things too. I want to play more with my friends. Unless you take breaks sometimes, alright? He doesn't. Yudai's facial expression looks worse compared to the morning. I give him a pat on the back. Honestly, I didn't know him well. The only impression I got from him is that he looked tired. In class, he was neither the most or least likable. His presence hardly stood out. He didn't seem like we would get along very well, so I had no interest in getting friendly with him. We were surprised to find some of our classmates in the classroom. They were sitting around a desk, whispering about something. One of them had a lit candle. What are you guys doing? Shh, you'll get us caught. Have you seen Roya? No? I approached them. It seemed like they were playing a game. They had a bunch of notes in front of them. It looked like a scavenger hunt. Hey, Corrado, help us. What if the note says something is in your locker? Can we go take a look? What do you need from it? Don't know. The note states the location. I was still confused about the rules, but as my classmate said, Yudai tagged with us. He didn't want to wait for Roy alone. How did you guys get in? I borrowed the keys from my dad. He got a day off tomorrow, so he won't find out. How lucky. This place is so dark, I'm not sure I can find it. Number 3110, no. 219. I had my locker key attached to my house key, so I had it with me. I expected an empty locker, but somehow there was a piece of fabric. My classmates took it out and felt I felt my face turned red. Is this your underwear? Heh, these rabbit prints surely suit you. It's not. I don't know who placed it there. Sure, you can keep that. That's one more off the list. The next location's the bathroom. I snatched the underwear from him and closed the locker door, stuffing it in my pocket. While the boys prepared to leave, Yudai nudged me about Roya, since we hadn't encountered him so far. As time passed, I became more restless. I felt flustered at the idea that I was being trusted on something I wasn't sure of. Wait, didn't multiple students go missing? Hey, Corrado, I'm gonna look elsewhere. Maybe it'll be faster to find Roya. Okay, let's meet up at a classroom after 10 minutes. There are clocks everywhere in the school, just look at him. He's gonna die. The school was only made spookier by the excited howls of my classmates. After 10 minutes had passed, I went to the said location and Yudai was not there. Just before I reached the exit, one of my classmates ran past me in the hallway. He seemed to be in a state of panic. It wasn't my idea, I don't know anything. What? They're bullying Yudai. I'm going home. Don't tell the teacher anything, I'll give you away too. Curious, I turned back, heading in the direction he came from. Judging from the voices, it was coming from my classroom. Standing in the hallway, I peeked into the room and saw Yudai surrounded by the group. Their expressions were all sour. One of them had a swollen cheek. In the faint light screaming in the windows, I saw a glint on one of the desks. You broke it, so you'll pay for it. Come on, Yudai. She said it was an accident. You don't know how expensive that cleaver is. It can't be repaired by just words. What do you want me to do, then? Give me money or a new one? I don't have anything. Can't you leave this already? With a tense expression, Yudai charged forward to push the girl. Roddy hit the wall and she let out a pained scream. The two fought for a moment until the rest of the group separated them. I'm not gonna pay you anything, you hear me? Then I'm gonna break your stuff too. Where's your desk? His eyes searched the room until he found the girl's desk. When he began moving, the girl screamed at the others to help. Yudai was already halfway through breaking her things before the boy stopped him. Yudai reacted immediately and examined the object. The damaged handle broke off. A moment of silence, then suddenly he hurled it at her. I couldn't see what happened, but there was an awful sound followed by a series of screams. Are you out of your mind? Hey, are you okay? I'm so done with you. Stop. I turned away, covered my ears. I'd never seen my classmates fighting so brutally. The sound of clashing objects and screams shook my entire body. When I peeked into the classroom again, I caught Yudai's gaze. His bloodshot eyes were looking right at me. I saw his lips moving, forming my name, but I couldn't hear it all over the noise. I was too scared to get between them. They might come after me too. In the end, I decided to flee the scene and head home. Just before the exit, I glanced back in the hallway. It became deadly quiet. I could see odd marks on the floor in the distance. When I realized those marks were bloody handprints, I felt my heart stop. I woke up in my bed. I shook my head clear, dismissing it was a dream until I saw the rabbit underwear in my desk. The weekend passed without events. Dear students, I have bad news to tell. Something unfortunate happened to the Kenriji family last night. We can't contact them for a while. Does that mean we won't see Roy anymore? Are they not going to talk about him? Oh, Tenchi, I'm just in a daze. Your face looks tense. Instead, you wanted him gone, now you're missing him? Okay, I haven't slept for days. What? And we're back to this. Me. Don't leave my side ever again. Corrado smirks and pulls me into a hug. Even though I said that, his actions made my heart skip a beat. Crowder rested at home the following days. Soon the day of the school ball approaches. It takes a while before I finally muster the courage to ask Crowder to go with me. This is quite an unusual request for your guard. Look, do you want to go or not? Heh, asking the obvious. He leans forward, my shoulder, to whisper into my ear. I'm waiting here, Cinderella. Then prepare my shoes, butler. That Saturday night, we walked to the school since Crowder's basically homeless and can't even afford a bicycle. Once we're at the school, we see many students in fancy wear arriving in fancy carriages. Well, it does make our own entrance feel flat, at least ours is unique. Ryuji, I didn't expect to see you here. What, am I not allowed to be here without a date? You really couldn't find anyone? Just kidding. I'm here as a discipline committee member. There won't be any partying. Aw, at least have some fun. Thank you, I'll enjoy myself later. I found Akuya in the crowd. She seems busy with her brother and cheering on the attendees. After greeting her, Crowder and I continue moving through the crowd to the ballroom. The first person I recognize is Jace. He stands up against the wall with his arms crossed, watching people. I follow his gaze, only to realize he's staring at Crowder. I have a bad feeling about it, so I pull out my partner's sleeve. Don't look at the corner, Jace is there. At least there's no more double trouble. You can't even handle a single trouble. You should give me more credit. Anyway, I don't think it'll cause a fuss with this many people here. Let's enjoy ourselves now while we have the chance. He offers me a drink while I roll my eyes. I take it. I take a sip and let the atmosphere sink into me. After a while, the music starts to slow. Crowder takes the glass out of my hand and suddenly leads me towards the dance floor. I'm not the type to dance. Oh, are you afraid to be the center of attention? Or could it be you can't dance? I can dance just fine. I roughly grab Crowder and pull him close to me. I put his hands in the right positions and glare confidently into my eyes. Show me how good you are. Of course, milady. Crowder grins mischievously as he makes the first move. I let my body sync with his as we dance across the dance floor. It begins slow and smooth, but then he would surprise me with a few sudden moves like spinning or lifting me. I'd have to hold tightly onto Crowder so I wouldn't lose my balance. My cheeks go hot because of the little proximity between us. I can see the smirk on Crowder's face as he seemingly enjoys my reactions. Honestly, I want to stop on his toes to wipe that smirk off his face. A while later, I'm gonna catch some fresh air, I'll be back. Alright, don't be gone for too long. A smile spreads across my face as I watch him having fun. My eyes shift to a lone soul in the corner of the room. I go to my friend Ryuji. Isn't it boring to play statue the whole night? You're right. Maybe I should start chasing after people to spice up the mood. That would definitely be more fun. Why are you by yourself? Did your dance partner run off with some other girl? No, he's just taking a break. From you? I hit him in the arm playfully. I wonder how Akuya's doing. She's having a time of her life after dumping Akuya on some of her friends. Not bad, girl. Ah, someone's going off limits. I follow Ryuji's gaze. Jace is skittering in the shadows, heading farther into the school building. Ryuji wants to go after him, but I offer my help instead. Leave him to me while you keep the order here. Oh, you won, Miyako. Hurry after Jace before I lose him from sight. When I try to call his name, he turned a corner in the hallway. Why is he in such a hurry? Before I can turn around, a hand covers my mouth and I get pulled into a classroom. I try to kick the person, but my hands pull back and finger takes its place. It's Grata. What are you doing here? Hiding. Jace is looking for me and I'm not in the mood to fight right now. What if I tell Jace to? It's no use. He knows about my past and that I don't belong in this era. Then we can explain there are more important things going on at the moment. Maybe I'll let you finish your job before he sends you back. Only Blaze has power to send back in time. I have a bad feeling about what Jace might do. Thinking about it, if there's no other way to transfer my existence, he might just kill me. Blaze was patient, but I think his brother's different. Anyway, Miyako, I can handle this. You should head back to the party. You're not telling me to do anything. I'll protect you. Got it? I cross my arms to affirm my statement. He stares at me with a tight expression until he eventually sighs. Then Crowder engulfs me into a hug, one arm tied around me like a protective barrier, the other hand cradling my head to his chest. Hearing his heart beating rapidly only makes my cheeks hotter. This is a dumb time to confess, but I like you a lot, Miyako. It hurts to see you worry, even if it's for my sake. I don't want to be a toxic influence on your life. I'm doing this alone. Call me a fool if you want, but it's the only thing I can do for the ones I care about. I push myself off his chest to cup his cheeks, then look at him with determined eyes. If it's your choice to run away, then it's my choice to go with you. Corrado places his hand over mine, his expression softening. Once we leave the classroom, a shadow waits in the hallway. Jay stands there, arms crossed, glaring in our direction. I move protectively in front of Corrado. Yeah? I know what you're up to, Jace. This isn't the right time. Time doesn't erase mistakes. I'm just here to do my job. There's still important things I have to do. If you erase me now, the village situation will only get worse. Spare your breath trying to convince me. Just saying that's what won't kill you. There's no light in his eyes. I can tell he won't be leaving until blood is shed. Wait, we can't fight here, the students will. The space around us warps, flooded with the color red. While it looks like the same building, I get the odd feeling we're somewhere else. Welcome to the alternate world. It is real, but at the same time it's not. Whatever we do here won't affect the real world. How do we leave? That's for me to decide. Corrado, I'll hold Jace back while you escape from here. Both Corrado and Jace looked at me as if I'd suggested to throw a kitten in front of a lion. Corrado pulls me towards him, frowning. What are you thinking? I'm not leaving you. Admittedly, it's not a proper plan, it's just to buy us some time. I have no way confirming this, but it's one thing I can think of. While Corrado's making preparations for a spell, I walk up to Jace. Come at me. Alright. Jace swings his claws towards my head. It takes me everything just to duck above the ground. There's no escaping from his claw, though, until a glowing circle appears above my head, blocking it. Jace's claws has so much force it managed to break through the shield anyway, but I roll away to dodge in time. Without Corrado's help, it would have sliced my arm. He's really not going easy on me, is he? More circles appear around me as Jace continues on the offensive. I can't find any openings, so all I can do is evade his attacks as he keeps on swinging. It's hard to keep my focus as I get pushed back. You know, I hear Corrado shouting at me. He's done sooner than I thought. Miyako, back away. I look behind to see a mass of shadows rushing towards us. I'm too slow to react, so Corrado casts a large barrier around me. Meanwhile, Jace gets engulfed in the darkness. Our surroundings then start to shatter, as though it's nothing but a mirror. The red vanishes in a flash, and the hallway returns to how it was before. Corrado grabs my hand and leads us to the halls, his hands feeling clammy from sweat. Did it work? Even if it did. Unlike Blaze, Jace is experienced with moving through spaces. He pauses between words, appearing out of breath. Soon, he slows down his pace. Before long, his unconscious bunny form is in front of me. I scoop him up in my arms and walk towards the main hall. So he is cursed, huh? How tragic. Jace appears right before me. I slowly back away while holding the tiny body in my arms. You know what? After everything that happened, I changed my mind. You must be already aware of the zombies in the village, and that we are after them. One of the main reasons we're here is because of them. The problem is that there's too many, especially since Blaze isn't here at the moment. Jace glances down at Corrado. He wants to help, doesn't he? Alright, I'll give him a chance. If he does his job bringing peace back to the village, I'll let him stay. How will we know you won't go back on your word? Do it and I'll help your friend with his curse. I widen my eyes at his offer. I have some interesting connections, well, it's either that or I take Corrado off your hands right now. Fine. He gives me a familiar smile before turning his back to me. I hope Corrado agrees to this decision. If I had no other choice, that would save him. I go down to pick up the bunny. Footsteps from another direction approach me. The sight of Shane makes me sweat. What's he doing? Did he witness everything? Seconds pass by, I get ready to explain, but he cuts me off. I see how it is. Take care of him. Let me know if anything happens. Why is everything working out so well? Shane pats my shoulder and turns to leave. I decide to leave the party early. Yeah, that's definitely different, instead of running away from Shane. It's difficult to carry Corrado around for the rest of the night, but I don't want to bother explaining to Ryoji and Akuya how I seemingly exchanged my date for a pet rabbit. Before I go to sleep, I check on Corrado. He's asleep soundlessly. I'll tell Corrado about everything later. A few months have passed by. Corrado's been busy dealing with the possessed people. Even though we made a deal with Jace, we operate separately. The same goes for Chain. Even though he let us go, Corrado still felt uneasy for lying to him. During this period, I saw Blaze coming back to class. It's assured, the twins are no longer pursuing Corrado. With more people working together to deal with the problem, the number of investigations have been decreasing. After Roy's death a while back, no new culprits have turned up. That's the presumption was most of the events had been a result of his actions. Solely the people reporting missing people to be found. The sound of my alarm abruptly wakes me up from a sweet dream. I turn off the alarm and roll back into bed. Finally, silence. Morning, Miyako. Did you have a good sleep? Actually, I woke up before the alarm I set, so I thought I'd check on you. You have class today. Holy umbrellas, I was trying to sleep. Annoyed, I sit up and swing my body to get out of bed. My foot unfortunately gets tangled in the blanket, making me fall forward. Miyako, look out. With my open eyes, I find myself hanging off the bed with Corrado holding onto my upper half. I quickly crawl up and he let me go. How are you feeling today? Sorry for being so careless last night. You had to use a lot of power, didn't you? I'm feeling fine, don't worry about it. I'm more concerned about you pulling an all-nighter to finish the paperwork. It's the least I can do to support you. You can always take a break if it gets too much. I know, you don't have to keep repeating it. Anyway, I need to dress up, excuse me. Corrado walks me to school today. Because it's his day off, he wants to keep me company during breaks. I go to the schoolyard to find Corrado. He's resting at the greenhouse. I make myself comfortable next to him and stare at the sky. Do you think you're capable of actually attending your classes now? Well, the work is almost done, so I'll have more free time on my hands. I'm considering it. Is there anything else you're holding back from me? I'm not sure if you do want to know. Tell me. Mischief glints in his eyes as he leans down to place his lips on mine. Wholesome moments. I'm glad I decided to stay. I wouldn't want to part with you ever again. Romantic End 4. Achievement. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. I like that ending. We will start with... what's his face? Zayka next. But... we'll start that next video. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to the like button. Comment, subscribe if you want. And I'll see you next time. As always. Goodbye.